black woman that I'm not contacting. Sherry does stuff though. Yes. Um, I just can't see me doing it. I can't see me not finding a way to contact her. You so long after to where y'all doing the BET Awards, and this is the first time that y'all meeting or contacting each other. Girl, get out of here. No, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Yeah, that's so weird.
Got some cool stuff here for you.
Jennifer took over from the Real. Ain't Miss Holiday a recluse? No, she was active. That's why she was doing the award show. She was doing stuff. And when they announced that the movie was being made, her, Cheryl Lee Ralph, and um, Loretta Devine was doing little things together. Tell me what y'all think about this. This is Arnez J, and he is on Club Shay Shay.
I said, Auntie, I'm getting ready to go talk to Dad. And my aunt said, oh, you mean a man that was this? I'm like, what? What? Can you imagine as a grown you hearing that for the first time? I'm like, what? That wasn't even, she go, to talk to your mom. My world is, now you don't got my world just got blew up. I already don't look like nobody in the family. Then you tell me the man that raised me. I go to my mama and I said, Mama, I need to ask you a question before I leave. Please be honest with me. I said, Mom, is Daddy my real daddy? Tell you what she did. Boy, and walked off. That's not an answer. It wasn't the answer you wanted to hear, but you got the answer. I mean, like, boy, go on with that. I mean, that's not an answer. Yay or nay, yes or no is the answer. Did you ask her again? Did you ever ask her again? No, because I knew she wasn't going to answer. But did you know deep down? Did you know? No, I didn't. That's the problem. You got to realize, even as adults, a lot of times we don't get closure on things that mess with us when we were a child or that had been through our life. And me being a loner like I was, and like I still am in somewhat, but I have a great family, so I'm not alone. I have a great partner. My man, my wife. I said, Auntie, I'm getting ready to go talk to Ben.
All right, so this is Arnez J, and I went into the comments of this video. So Arnez J is talking about how his auntie spilled the tea about how the auntie spilled the tea. And she went to the mom, and the mom never gave me a good answer about that. And so I went in the comments, and somebody gonna say, and I want to hear y'all opinion about this. Somebody's gonna say, mothers ruin children's lives more than fathers, and based on this video, and I was like, he's literally telling you that his mother found another partner after the dad left. Now, we don't have any details about what happened between the mother and the father. So we don't know if this was a bad situation. We don't know if he abandoned him. She pushed him away. We don't know what the details of why his biological father was not in his life. We don't know the details of why. Okay? But what we do know, based on what he said in his story, is that there was a man in his life that raised him. We know that he is a successful comedian, relatively. We
Got a bit
know
of a
that's
problem.
why he's here,
Some
because he has
asshole
some type
got
of
wind of what we're up
notoriety.
to. Apparently
Honestly.
killing a guy's closest associate puts a bit of a spotlight on him.
So,
anyway, now I'm told they put a price on the professor's head, so
my
we gotta
thing
move.
is, what do y'all think about? My thing was, he didn't get his life ruined. He had literally was in a, what everybody says statistically is better. He was in a 2-parent household. It wasn't his biological father, but his father raised him. But his stepdad raised him. But he raised him as his son without making him feel weird, like this wasn't his son. So it wasn't like he was treating him like a stepson. This is who he known his father to be, but it really wasn't. So in my brain, this is not a ruin in life. He didn't get his life ruined. Now, is there a conversation to be had about the dishonesty of the mother? Okay. Once he find out, once Auntie has spilled the tea, there's a conversation to be had. Is there a conversation about the auntie spilling the tea? Is it her place? Do y'all think it's the auntie being messy? Do y'all think it's the auntie forcing the truth to come out? Like, what do y'all think about the auntie's position? And what do y'all think about the mother's position? Is it wrong for a mother to keep that away from her son's life, and she has somebody raising him in his life and doing what she needs to do? You don't need to know all of that. So tell me your mindset. He didn't ruin his life, folks. Yeah, trying to put people in your situation. Everybody ain't in your situation. Right. So what do y'all think about the auntie? Music says that auntie must have been jealous or something. That's why. I think that is not your place. I think that is not your. I think people spilling people's secrets and tea. I think that when it comes around children, I feel like that is this person's business to tell. That is not your business to tell. Now, I need to hear the scenario of auntie and mom. Is auntie doing that because mommy is being shady or something? Because then you got secrets and you being shady to the auntie. Sometimes auntie gonna spill tea because bitch you being shady. So don't be trying to. Yeah, you got a man over there, but because I'm over here single, you trying to judge me because I got all these baby daddies or whatever, blah blah blah. But let's talk about you. Your baby don't even know that ain't his daddy. Now, in those scenarios, I'm like, maybe sis should have kept her mouth shut and stopped trying to judge auntie. Now, if it's that scenario, then I'm always like, yo, you opened up the can of worms. If you know you got secrets, you should be being nice. Now, is auntie just telling the tea just to be messy? Like, mama ain't did nothing to her. Then that's kind of weird to me. I would even be more impressed with my father in the moment. I'm talking about like the stepdad. Yeah, I mean, who gives a damn? She didn't ruin his life. The person just hates me. But she made a grave, selfish mistake. It's unacceptable to lie about that. Is it a
Once the
mistake?
bus is secured,
I don't know if I
Demolitions is
think that's a
driving into
mistake.
Sandy Shores. The pilot's going to
I don't know if I
LSIA.
think that is a mistake.
Here we go. Okay, you're splitting into two teams. Transporter, officer, you're the ground team. To start with, you'll collect our bus from the junkyard in Sandy
Lying
Shores.
about that.
Demolitions, you're the
I
perimeter
don't know
team.
if I think that
You'll
that's
be
a mistake.
hijacking the
I don't know
inbound
if I think that
Boeing
that's a
transport.
mistake.
Pilot's going to LSIA.
I don't know
And
if I
me,
think that that's
I'm
a
gonna
mistake.
put up some smoke in a nice crowded public place. We've given everyone an AP pistol and a special carbine, so there's no fighting over who's the
I don't know.
favorite.
I'm not.
Demolitions has got a
I'm not
German
a.
can and some
I'm not
sticky notes
totally
too.
against
Let's
that.
get to work.
It's something about if I'm with this man and he is loving my child, treating my child like he is, and he started really really early, and I don't want to even go through the. Now I feel like lying about it, avoiding the answer once the child starts asking you, yes. But I ain't totally against this man. This man is treating my kids great. Mr. Daddy. I ain't totally against that. He doesn't feel ostracized. He doesn't feel like, especially if the stepfather is going along with it. Like this my son. This my son. Look what y'all talking about. This is my son too, and we just gonna be together and raise our children like our children. It is what it is. It's kind of like adopted parents. I'm not. There's some adopted parents who don't choose to tell their children that they're adopted. I'm not totally mad about it. There's some adopted parents that do. I'm not totally mad about that. He said he never looked like anyone else. But I don't think that there's tons of children who are the same, literally have the same biological family members, and one doesn't look like their father. That don't mean anything.
You got the transport? Okay, it's fitted with a geolocator, so it needs to be going in vaguely in the right direction. You'll bypass the prison and take it out to Sandy Shores Airfield, where you'll destroy it and wait for the jet. Do not attract police attention, or the entire operation will be burned.
My aunt did this to my cousin, and my cousin just sat there and laughed. But her mom and dad have been dead for years. It's definitely messy. She does stuff like this all the time. That's so shady. So how do you politely tell your child that their dad is a scumbag? I think if your child comes to you and asks, I think you lie about it. That's when it becomes shady. Um, I'm not totally. I don't totally agree with the idea that just keeping it a secret is inherently a bad thing. I think when they come to you and ask you lie, that's a bad thing. Because then that's being dishonest. But them just not knowing that they grow up, this is my dad, da 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 da, this is dad I know, blah blah blah. I don't think that that's necessarily a problem. Um, I can see how you could feel a way about not having the opportunity to know his real father. That too also depends on the circumstances. I just shared with y'all that I just met my younger brother, and we're just finding out about each other. Well, not finding out about each other, but we're just now, as adults, coming into each other's life and talking. And clearly, he has had some traumatic experiences around my dad. My dad is mom. And so his mom raising her raising him with her the stepdad as his father. If she had a traumatic experience with this nigga and she kept him a secret, or he was a fucking weirdo, or she found out that he was a molester, or whatever she did to protect her child from whatever comes with this fucking dude, I don't think that that's necessarily wrong or a problem. Only when he comes, like if there's a medical condition or if he comes to you and he tells you he wants to and you lie, that's when it's a problem. But I see protecting your children, how you do that, however you feel comfortable with doing that, I don't think that that's necessarily wrong or a problem. I think that as a mother, you get to make the decision if this dude is safe. And other people don't have to like you. If this dude is safe or problematic, he got these violent tendencies. My one of y'all know I'm trying. I be telling them I be that don't mean that everybody knows that I know. So sometimes I be just be talking, and one of my abilities that and it wasn't my tell, but in my brain I was like, oh, don't none of y'all know my family members, so and my little niece was just like, but Dominic, we your family and we watch it. And so you don't know what other family members watch it. They don't even know everything. And I was like, you right, you right, you right. So I was about to say something I should say. Um, but imagine that you are well, control my um, my openness to talk about it. um, I'm imagine that you are a mother and
If you need a high-performance portable generator at an unbeatable value, check out Predator Generators from Harbor Freight. Whether you need a generator to power your outdoor recreation fun, heavy-duty job site tools, or to keep the lights on at home, there's a Predator Generator for you. Choose from traditional portable generators, super quiet efficient inverter generators, and even multi-fuel generators. When you need the power to do more, Predator is as good as the best for a whole lot less. Only at Harbor Freight.
Get the Google app to find out. Use Lens to learn what breed it is. And then ask a question about it to understand what kind of care you need. More ways to search. Download the Google app.
custody on a custody weekend that he fought to get and killed them fucking 3 kids, her 3 children. So if a mother says this person is crazy or whatever happened, I don't feel safe around this person and I want to distance my child from them, I don't find that wrong. And I done found a new partner who loves my child. Fuck y'all. I would, to me, I don't think that that's wrong. I just don't. I think that's up to the mother. I don't think um, I don't think every dad is great. I don't think every dad is great. I'm one who don't have a great dad. My dad is toxic as fuck. He always has been, and so I don't think every dad is great. And it wasn't until years later that my mother was able to have a real conversation with me about my dad. Let's see. My brother is in his 40s, and my mom wouldn't reveal his dad to him until he was in his 30s. Didn't reveal his dad to him. The mother owes him an answer. Auntie was messy, or maybe she thought he knew because he was an adult now. Oh, that bitch didn't think he knew. Once he asked, I think yes, mom. When the children ask you, I think it's your responsibility to tell them the truth. Um, my great aunt did this to my cousin, and my cousin, well, I'll skip. Um, hey, Cliffy. I am dealing with this situation right now. My aunt did her ancestry DNA test, and based on her results, I can tell that my grandfather, her father, isn't her biological father. My aunt wants us to help her understand her DNA results, but we are trying to stall her because she will find out. So my uncle is going to talk to her about it. as a long time follower, I know the exact tea you're talking about. But yes, I keep it anonymous. I did keep it anonymous. I didn't say any names, but they know the names. And based on scenario, if you were in my family, you would be able to tell. But then you end up on a podcast 30 years later talking about a shady auntie who shook your reality. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but listen, life ain't perfect. People don't get instruction manuals when it comes to children. People don't. Every person that you hook up with and have a baby by ain't gonna be the perfect partner, ain't gonna be the perfect husband or be the perfect father. Um, life brings just name. I say this about detransitioners too, trans detransitioners. We can't avoid every single trans person detransition. We're not going to be able to avoid every negative scenario that we have as an adult. We're not going to be able to avoid it. That's just what it is. And so sometimes mama thought that doing this was the right thing for you. This is the man in my life. He raised you. He's a good father. He took care of you, and he helped us get along. And so she made the best decision for herself. I don't think it ruined his life at all. Um, they have questions, yes, and I think she should be obligated to answer them. But I don't think she's necessarily wrong. I'm in the long. Auntie knows he didn't know. That could have been the best decision his mom could have made for him. Who knows? All of that shit. For me, it's the not knowing if my real father would have been great or not. That's a question. But your mother can only know what she knows about your father. She can only know from her perspective and make the best decision based on what she knows. And sometimes that situation is wrong, and sometimes the situation is right. And sometimes it doesn't affect you in a negative way or positive. It just kind of, this is what it is. Listen, them aunties be messy. My parents been divorced for 3 years, and they still asking about my dad every chance they get, like he minding his business. Them aunties know what they be doing for sure. I would be devastated to find he like that out as an adult. Not gonna lie. I found out when I was 12. I'm not saying that it's not shocking. I don't want to make sure. I don't want that to be what I'm saying. I'm what I'm saying is that shit, life happens, and sometimes you don't know how shit is gonna turn out, and you make the best decisions for the moment. And maybe his mama's best decision was, I don't need him to be thinking that he's separate from the rest of the kids. So I'm just saying, fuck it. I know I got a good man, which he clearly did because he raised somebody else's kids. And he was a good father to him. So she was actually right. And so the part that I think she's wrong in is when he came and asked her and she didn't tell him the truth. I think that that is wrong. But making the decision to keep it a secret, I don't think that that's wrong. I can't run with that. But it's one of those things that is no right or wrong answers. Like some people gonna think it's wrong, some people gonna think it's right. I love my dad so much, but if it came out that he wasn't my biological father, I'll still love him just as the same, but absolutely would feel betrayed. So everyone who knew, not just so everybody knew, but not by everyone who knew. You would feel betrayed by everyone who knew, but not him. But if why would you feel betrayed by him? Because he would have known, unless he didn't know either. But what if he knew? You would be betrayed by him too. I think about That's what happened with have y'all read Kerry Washington's book? Kerry Washington's book. She reveals that her father wasn't her father, and they kept it a secret, but they raised her. Kerry Washington, in her book, she talks about her parents keeping that secret to them, but it wasn't. It was revealed in not a messy way. It wasn't revealed by somebody else. What it was, Kerry Washington was scouted to be on Finding Your Roots by, that show that does the celebrity DNA. And she was calling her parents to tell them, hey, I'm going to be on this show, Finding Your Roots, and they're going to do my DNA. So would y'all want to participate? And so the mama and the daddy was like, whoa, before you do that, we weren't going to tell you, but before you do that, we might want to tell you. And so they had to come clean before she did the show so that it wouldn't just be a surprise to her. And so, did y'all hear about that? Y'all didn't hear about that? Do y'all follow Kerry Washington like that? But that's what happened to her. Like, she was going to be on one of those shows, and she asked her parents, and the parents was like, no, don't do that. And I think first they was like, nah, don't do that. But then, they was like, oh, shit. Because she's a celebrity, they're like, you got to ask. And she going to be out like, why? This is a great opportunity. Why wouldn't I want to do this? And so they had to come out and tell her the tea. So it's wild. Y'all look it up. She did the interview with Robin from Good Morning America. Robin, what's Robin's last name? The lesbian. Robin something. I can't remember her name. Let me go get me something to drink. What y'all think about that? It was a crazy story, but just her book was like deep in water. Yes.
Being a pet parent can be overwhelming, especially when you accidentally order the wrong food, guilty, or your pet randomly wakes up and decides that they don't like chicken anymore. And also, not many places offer free returns, okay? Especially with these massive bags of
Robin Roberts, thank you. Folks gotta stop taking stuff to the grave. Skip Gates revealed a whole family secret. Yeah. I don't know. It just depends on the person. Depends. I'm also a person like child. It gets to a point. Just let that shit go. So the older people in my area say it's necessary to let children know for the health reasons and just so there isn't a sexual encounter with siblings. That's fair. There's people who drop the biggest bombs after death with an entire black family. Really? Was that real? I didn't know if that was real or not. So I really didn't go down the rabbit hole of him having a whole entire black family. Was that real? But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, y'all. What do y'all want to talk about? What's on your mind? Not true. Yeah, I wasn't for sure if the Jerry Springer stuff was real, but I didn't go down the rabbit hole to see if it was true. I haven't really. I don't know anything about Trump and Musk. I know that they're fighting, but I'm so over them that I haven't really. They're doing so much damage that I'm kind of exhausted. I'm gonna get back in the saddle, but right now I have bigger fish to fry, which is more, um, not bigger fish. That wouldn't be the right word, but more directly issues that are more directly impactful right now. I hope they tell all the secrets. I mean, are they going to tell something that we don't know though? He was bringing up Epstein's list. Like, who does not believe that Trump is on the Epstein list? I mean, we know that he's a criminal. He's a criminal. Do they care? No. Like all the shit that could be revealed, what is it gonna change? Like people who support him is still gonna support him. Like he's literally a criminal. We know he's a criminal. We know he was held liable for rape cases. I mean, what other evils can he do that we don't know? Like he would literally have to, like he said, stand in the middle of the street and shoot somebody in their face. And then even then, would that stop people from supporting him? They literally stormed the Capitol. Like they did something an insurrection that hadn't been done in centuries. Like this nigga had done so many things that would, if it was anybody else, we wouldn't even be. There are people who have stepped out of presidential races for way less, for their fucking child having babies or something. Like this, we are in a different space, y'all. We are in a different space. Y'all remember? Um, I keep. This always feels awkward to say. In the 1900s, there was a a politician who dropped out of the race because his son was coming out as gay, and he wasn't going to disown him, either in Colorado or Utah, somewhere out west. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. That's his look. And he's lasted this long. It's just a testament to how fucked up we are. Do you remember doing a segment on Marshall's Play titled "Businesses You Can Start Under $100"? The way things going, I need it. No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I know. I remember what was amazing to me a situation like that. I've had this experience in my not this experience, but I met somebody like this in my real life. But I also seen it on the internet. She's not my homegirl, but she's in my
Excuse me.
the rule of 6 degrees of separation. She's not my friend, but she's friends of friends, and I see her at different events. She makes about now. She makes about 200K, like 6 figures now. But how she got started, she started spending like some of her money on her checks. She would go to, and she started with $100. And I've seen her do it, and there's this dude that I follow. I don't know his name. Child. I haven't seen his video. You know how sometimes you follow people, but they don't be showing you their videos? It was that kind of situation. Yeah, that's true. But she started with $100. And I might have told the story on that episode if I did. Not if I did, I'm pretty sure I did. But she got 2 chairs and a table for $100 at a Goodwill or like a thrift store, something cheap. 2 chairs and a table. She reupholstered the table. She revarnished the table, reupholstered the chairs, and sold them for like $250. I love frozen chairs. But she can eat a whole bag because look at the calories. Look at the calories on the whole bag. It's like 70. That's better than chips. And you get more vitamins and fiber. And yeah, it's only 70 in the whole bag. Well, the bags I get. I don't know what bag you get. So, but she took the $100, sold the items, the chair and the table for. It was a chair for $10, 2 chairs for $10, and a table for 20. So it was anyway, I can't remember. But she redid them, and it wasn't a lot of work. It was like normal stuff. Sandpaper it down, revarnish it, reupholster the fucking cushions, make it look sickening and more up to date, and it looks lovely. And it took her like an hour and a half to do work, and not much. Honey, $20 for the little tools that she needed, and she sold them to where she made a 60 profit. And then she did it again. Then she did it again. Then she did it again. She got to the point where she was going out spending $1,000 on items, refurbishing them, and selling them on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. She was taking good pictures of the product and selling them and flipping her money. And it got so good that she was able to buy a pickup truck to go pick up some of the stuff that she was finding, because she then would find big dressers that she could just take the handles off and replace them with more up-to-date handles, just redo everything, and then boom, sell it for way more than she bought it for. Capitalism. But she will update the quality of it, update the paint, update everything on it, so it's not looking old and vintage, unless it's sticking vintage, and then you just repaint it or redo whatever you do. And she got to the point where now she has her own storage unit to where she stores things at, and she buys it. And then eventually, he started to have like a little storefront. But then she had to lose the storefront because the people were trying to charge her too much, and so she went back to working out of her. So she had a little storefront that did well for a little bit, but then the people were charging her too much, so they started.
The tabs you open here are also here. Choose Chrome to share tabs across devices.
Welcome to the 100-degree sweet test. Secret clinical versus ordinary antiperspirant. Turn up the heat. Looks like ordinary.
That was easy. I wish that I had the patience and skill and room in my house to do that. I just don't. I would love for people who. This is one thing that I be jealous about people who have partners, especially people who have partners with business mindsets. Because if I had a handyman ass dude, like a dude that liked to do shit like that, I'm the bitch who like to take the pictures and do the internet stuff for it. Like, you do the work of it and I do the internet selling of it. I would love to have a man like that who love to do all kind of shit like that, and I actually promote his work, and he just got to do the work of it, and he ain't got to do the social media part of it, the advertising of it. I would love to do that part of the job. But the actual, probably urethane and cutting and sawing, and I don't want to do that shit. But I love to see them shows. Like, it's a bunch of shows that I be watching, they will go and renovate houses, and the husband is doing the work. The wife will do the work sometimes too, but she be the one that's like doing plans, doing all kinds of like fire stuff. I'm about to do a nail tech course for a side hustle. Nails is a good hustle. That if you're good at it, it can become a lucrative business. She sold it on Facebook. She sold it on. She sold it on Facebook. She sold it on. She said Offered Up. There's an app called Offered Up. I think I've seen it once or twice. Offered Up. She says it's different. She was saying it's a bunch of kind of apps that you can sell stuff. So let me handle the back end of it. Yes, let me do that part. Let me do the fun, artsy part. The labor. Okay, I'll take some pictures. I know how to light it. I know how to make it look like a 60s run. Like, there's a girl who I follow. Her name is Janae Naylor. She's a fashionista girl. Her name used to be Hollow Lux, but now she don't got fans. Her name. Now she got her professional name. Janae Naylor. So Janae Eves. So this is Janae. Been following Janae for years. She do fashion content. know, she's one of the fashion girlies. But Janae has her husband. It's her husband. I think his name is Josh. Black boy, light-skinned black boy. Who he be doing all her pictures. Like he does all her like photography and shit. When they go out of the country, he take all of her pictures. Like they go and all her photo shoots he be doing. Like all her little photo shoots, he does. And so they have turned it into this business. I'm like, I wish I had somebody like that. Who could do all the back end of my life. Now they out here making money, because they are a team doing the damn thing. This great food. It's good as hell. Teamwork makes the dream work. Facts.
Never should have stuck my head out. It was cool. Don't answer the
What's her handle, Lynn? Her handle is Janae Naylor. JeneeNaylor. Janae Naylor. Style expert, beauty lover, New York, DC.
I see.
Janae Naylor. I really like her. She's one of my favorite fashion girlies.
Okay. I'm getting Paige to meet you out at some farm buildings outside of a town called Grapeseed. Drop any heat you got, then get Avi to Paige. You've only got a small window in which to do this. I would go Rat Canyon all the way to the Alamo Sea and do it quick.
Agent! You're an agent!
Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to finish watching Straw. It is ghetto as hell. And not in the sense of, I don't know, I love ghetto shit, but it's so Tyler Perry, where it is raggedy. It should be on YouTube. I'm not YouTube. It should be on Tubi. It just isn't a well-written film. And it's nothing worse than seeing good actresses put in shitty written films. I hate it. But I'm gonna finish watching it just to support. But oh my god, I hate it. So yeah. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all thumbs up and see ya.
You gotta drop the heat before you meet Paige.
Honestly, no one wants to think about HIV, but there are things that everyone can do to help prevent it. It starts with getting tested regularly. If you're HIV negative, you and your healthcare provider can decide if PrEP may be right for you. PrEP means routinely taking prescription medicine before you're exposed to HIV to help reduce your chances of getting it. And it can be 99% effective when taken as prescribed. Talk to a healthcare provider about all your HIV prevention options. Our health is worth protecting.
This is called Rocket Money. Well, what the heck is that? Some space thing? It's a money thing. Rocket Money is an app that puts all your accounts in one place. Is that why my grandson's always glued to his phone?
I don't have the specific standard frequency
This
here.
Rocket Money would actually do something for that too. It shows you all the subscriptions you're paying for, and then you can cancel right in the app. Everybody download Space Rocket Money.
This is CNN. More people get their news from CNN than any other news source.
Go, go. Oh, God, say, I love that movie. Such an iconic scene that Coldplay's Chris Martin credits Marty McFly as the reason he ever picked up a guitar in the first place. But you know what has been missing for the last 40 years? That guitar. When Back to the Future wrapped filming in 1985, the crew returned the guitar, originally in rental, to Norman's Rare Guitars Emporium in Los Angeles. But when they tried getting it back for the sequel 4 years later, it was missing. My next guest and his colleague has spent the last 6 years trying to find it. Now they're teaming up with the original cast of the film in a new documentary about the search.
Somehow it's better.
Erase from existence.
It's somewhere at Washington Space Center, Virginia, or it's in some teacher's garage.
This guitar has been lost in the future.
How do you can help us find it?
Ask your friends, ask your relatives, ask your bandmates.
If you know where it is, if you know where it is, call us, text us.
I love this. With me now is Mark Agnesi, Director of Brand Experience at Gibson, who's been on the hunt for Marty McFly's guitar. Mark, tell me about this journey. What inspired this, and how hard has it been to find this guitar?
Well, I mean, what inspired this journey was seeing the movie as a kid. I mean, that scene is the reason I started playing guitar and set me on this whole journey that I've gone on. The director of the film that we're making, Doc Crotcher, he started playing guitar because of this. He also started making movies because of this scene. Like, there's a big cultural significance for people of our age demographic with this movie, and I think this scene really inspired a lot of kids to pick up the guitar. We keep trying to equate it to, like, it's our generation's Beatles on Ed Sullivan kind of moment. You know?
I love it. I love this movie. I made my kids watch it. I occasionally rock a red puffer vest because it was a whole long story about this. But how hard has it been? Any leads?
Well, I started looking for this guitar in 2009 when I started managing Norman's Rare Guitars in Los Angeles. And I've been looking and following up on little hints and leads that I've, this for 16 years now. So Todd Harapiak, my partner at Gibson Films, and Doc Crotcher, we've been quietly making this movie now for the last couple of years. As you can see, we've already kind of sat down with all the members of the cast, and we've been kind of piecing together some stuff, and we've kind of got it as far as we can take it, and it's at the point where we have to ask the whole world for help now.
It has a Willy Wonka golden ticket feel, and I love everything about it. But how do you know it's the real deal when you actually find it?
It's as Hollywood as you can possibly imagine, and we couldn't script it any better. The guitar in the movie is a Gibson ES345 model. It has a distinguishing feature. The inlays on the fingerboard of the guitar will be called split parallelogram inlays, so two parallelograms with a split piece of wood. For whatever reason, the guitar that Norm Harris from Norman's Rare Guitars rented to Back to the Future had a solid 12th fret parallelogram inlay. Whether it was custom ordered like that, whether the guitar was a factory second and that there was a mistake at the factory, they put that in, it shouldn't be there. And that happens to be the guitar that got used in the movie, and we have this one little anomalous thing that will be the smoking gun that will let us know that we found it.
Have you asked at this house? Because he was always a problem.
You know, this has been a popular lead in the comment section so far. We've had a few theories popping up, and this keeps being the main suspect so far.
So what should people do if
The one and only. All right, let's talk. Lamar always been a goofy motherfucker for real.
Ukraine conducted humiliating strikes on nuclear-capable planes deep inside Russia last weekend. Without mentioning anyone specifically, Ukraine's president said a refusal to condemn Russian strikes works for the Kremlin.
Unfortunately, not everyone in the world condemns such strikes. And this is exactly what Putin is taking advantage of. He is buying himself time to continue the war. The Russians are constantly trying to divide the world to prevent pressure from mounting over the war.
Frederick Planton has more on Friday's massive attack on Ukraine.
Massive explosions rocked the Kiev skyline, shaking the Ukrainian capital as the country endured another night of intense Russian bombardment. Several emergency workers were killed in the capital, and dozens of civilians were injured across the country. In Lutsk, northwest Ukraine, as the sun rose, the missiles fell. Athlete Sofia Romasyuk, a Ukrainian shot putter, captured at the moment of impact. She and fellow athletes from the Ukrainian national team were visiting the city for a competition when their hotel was hit by a blast. The country has been bracing for Russian retaliation after an audacious strike by the Ukrainian military on airfields deep inside Russia. As residents in Kiev pick through the remains of their apartments, many feeling lucky to have survived.
Usually we stay in the corridor during the attacks.
What is that one again?
It also insisted that we sleep in the corridor.
It wasn't clear if this was Putin's much-anticipated response. just business as usual in Russia's aerial campaign. Russia's defense ministry said it had struck targets in Ukraine in response to what it called Kiev's, quote, terrorist acts. Ukrainian President Zelensky calling on America and Europe to put more pressure on Russia to end the war, saying anyone, quote, giving the war more time to take lives, that is complicity and accountability. This after President Trump on Thursday compared Russia and Ukraine to children fighting and said it may be better to let them continue for a while.
Maybe you're going to have to keep fighting, suffering a lot because both sides are suffering before you pull them apart, before they're able to be pulled apart.
And the Russians also not happy with President Trump's remarks. The Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov coming out and saying that for Russia, the war in Ukraine is, as he puts it, a matter of national interest, national security, and an existential issue for the Russian Federation. Replykin, CNN, Berlin.
So what does this all mean for the U.S. push for peace? For more, we're joined by Robert English, the Director of Central European Studies at the University of Southern California. He's speaking from La Spezia, Italy. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So I want to begin with your reaction to President Trump's suggestion that Russia had the right to bomb the hell out of Ukraine. This, of course, after he blamed both Ukraine and Russia for the war and belittled President Zelensky at the White House. If Trump is serious about wanting peace, are these kind of statements supporting that goal?
Trump may be serious about wanting peace in principle, but he's clearly not willing to take the steps that would be required to apply the pressure on Russia to stop its attacks. And he made that clear when he told us indirectly that he does not support the congressional legislation. Right? This is the major new initiative from the U.S. Senate that would apply secondary sanctions to those countries still purchasing Russian petroleum and fueling the war machine. And he basically said, I'm not going to sign that. That's too disruptive to our trade. Without that, he does not have any other levers to pressure Moscow to halt the attacks. And so he's stepping back and letting the war go on.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that comparison you made between Ukraine and Russia, comparing them to two children fighting, and said they should be allowed to fight for a bit longer before you pull them apart. From your perspective, what are the strategic and the humanitarian risks of prolonging this war, both for Ukraine and for Europe?
You know, I'm afraid we're at a very serious juncture now where it's not just more of the same ahead for another 3 or 6 months, but much worse, right? Because the Ukrainians have shown with their new drone coordinated attacks, their own missile production, that they can inflict much more serious damage on Russian military bases, Russian arms productions, and civilians are killed along with that. And of course, Russia can ramp up its attacks and be even more reckless than it has been, which will take more civilian lives. So I see a very dangerous phase ahead with more and more attacks, and the likelihood of collateral damage striking maybe a chemical factory, even some kind of nuclear fuel storage facility, where we'll have not just dozens, but hundreds of civilian casualties each time. It could get a lot worse in the coming months.
So I want to ask about the progress in terms of any sort of peace talks, because we know Donald Trump spoke recently with President Putin. He said the conversations were good, but he said peace is a long way off. From a European standpoint, what would actually need to happen diplomatically or militarily to move the needle towards a ceasefire or a resolution?
It doesn't seem there's much that the outside powers can do. Europe can't act alone. That is clear. They don't have the arms production capacity to replace what the U.S. has been giving Ukraine, much less the intelligence, surveillance, and targeting assistance. And Donald Trump doesn't have the will to ramp up U.S. aid to Ukraine or to, as I said, apply that pressure to Russia. So the two sides are as Trump said, going to continue fighting until they punch themselves out. And that's how these, major wars often end. When both sides understand they haven't got much else left to gain, and in fact, much to lose from continuing. Right now, their positions are so far apart, and neither is convinced that they've got the best deal they can. And so the fighting will continue, absent any outside ability to change that. And we don't see that ability in evidence.
And in the last few days, we heard NATO members, debating whether to increase defense spending. We're also seeing these regional initiatives emerge, such as the Weimar Plus group. Talk to us about that initiative and how it could play a part going forward to potentially ending this war.
I'm afraid it cannot play a very big part at all, whether it's the Coalition of the Willing, this Weimar group, or any other European, gathering or organized group attempting to increase aid to Ukraine. And that's what these amount to. Europe is torn and divided. You have elections showing this continuing shift to the right, this war weariness. We have deepening European economic problems that make big defense increases very problematic. And everywhere we see European public opinion tired of the war and just want to see it end and are no longer supporting Ukraine through to victory. This will become more and more problematic to European governments trying to keep Ukraine in the fight. And the pressure on them will grow to do what Trump is doing, which is to say, we're going to halt the aid, you guys have to stop. We're not seeing the will and the ability to see Ukraine through any kind of meaningful victory over Russia. It's gone.
All right, Robert English, we appreciate your perspective. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Well, Israel says it's sending weapons to local militia in Gaza that oppose Hamas. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is defending the plan to support these groups, but critics warn that it could endanger Israel's national security. CNN's Jeremy Diamond reports from Tel Aviv.
Well, for the first time during the war in Gaza, Israeli officials are confirming that the Israeli government has been arming local Palestinian militias in the Gaza Strip in what's being described as an effort to counter Hamas. The Israeli Prime Minister himself saying that this is a good thing, that these are plans which oppose Hamas, and that all of this was being done under the, quote, advice of security elements. But this is creating an enormous uproar among figures in the Israeli opposition, including figures on both the left and the right side of the spectrum. The former Israeli Defense Minister, Avigdor Lieberman, saying that this is complete madness. He actually was the first to reveal that this was happening this past Wednesday. We are also hearing from Yair Lapid, the leader of the opposition, saying that all of this will lead to more disasters. And Yair Golan, another prominent left-wing opposition member, who says that this is creating a, quote, new ticking time bomb in the Gaza Strip. Now, the main argument from these opposition figures is that no one can guarantee that these weapons won't ultimately be pointed towards Israeli soldiers in Gaza or towards Israel in the long run. Two Israeli officials also telling us this operation was authorized by the Israeli Prime Minister without the approval of Israel's security cabinet. Hamas is also weighing in, saying that Israel is aiming to create a, quote, state of insecurity and social chaos by sending these weapons in. We also understand that one of the groups that's being armed by a man named Yasser Abu Shabab, who leads a local militia in the eastern part of Rafah, in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. He has been accused in the past of looting and reselling trucks of humanitarian aid, quite a notorious figure inside of Gaza. And so ultimately the question is, how does this fit into the long-term plan? Because the Israeli Prime Minister has also been criticized for not having a long-term plan for the end of the war in Gaza, for the day after the war, and not enabling a sufficient alternative governing structure in Gaza to Hamas's leadership. It's not clear that this fits into that long-term plan, or whether it could be something aimed more at opposing Hamas at the moment and perhaps creating that increased instability and challenges to Hamas's leadership. Jeremy Diamond, CNN.
When no resolution so far to Thursday's very public argument between the president of the world's most powerful nation and the world's richest man. The latest on that next.
Are you sitting right now? It could be harming your health. Back pain, stress, and serious health risks can build up from sitting too long. But motion changes everything. Introducing Ready Rocker with its patented Rock Perfect design that supports your spine as it helps your posture relieve back pain. circulation and release endorphins for your overall well-being, no matter where you are. Lightweight, portable, and covered in memory foam, Ready Rocker instantly transforms any chair or space into a healthier sitting experience.
Sitting too long isn't just uncomfortable, it's unhealthy. With Ready Rocker, we make sitting a healthier experience for people of all ages.
From soothing babies to helping with posture, back pain, and stress, we discovered that rocking can truly improve life. Sitting is the new smoking. A sedentary lifestyle, whether you're sitting at a desk or in a vehicle all day, is not good for the body to just stay in that same position. And that's why the Ready Rocker is so effective. The rocking motion constantly keeps you active and helps you ease pain, reduces stress. It actually releases endorphins in the brain. It's a mood booster.
I used to be in pain all the time, but with Ready Rocker, I felt relief. And I'm in a better mood. I take it everywhere.
I can literally feel the stress being taken off my joints while rocking. My back stopped hurting, my arthritis felt better. It's just wonderful.
Now you can join the movement that's changing lives and helping thousands find relief. Call now or go online to get 40% off your purchase. We'll even ship it for free. Plus, you'll get this bonus seat cushion.
Ready Rocker is changing lives one rock at a time.
Now it's your turn to experience the relief for yourself.
Call 800-374-4128 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. That's 800-374-4128 or go to GetReadyRocker.com. Call now.
Hilma Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March, has been returned to the U.S. and now faces federal criminal charges in Tennessee. The decision to prosecute Garcia on charges of unlawfully transporting undocumented immigrants prompted the chief of the National Justice Department's criminal division to resign. The Trump administration has been in a standoff with federal judges for months over this case. Abrego Garcia's lawyer said his client should appear in immigration court, not criminal court, and accused the administration of playing games. The very public feud between U.S. President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk is still brewing, despite calls from Republicans to patch things up. GOP officials worry that the spat could impact passage of Mr. Trump's spending bill, which is currently in the Senate, and other conservative priorities. Senior White House correspondent Kristen Holmes has more.
Trump himself telling our Dana Batch that he wasn't even thinking about Elon Musk, that he had other things on his mind. But when
Ain't it?
Okay, so we're going for the charges. Out to the Murphy Bridge, and I'll come back with a POA. So, you're gonna run what's known in the biz as a hijacking because you're hijacking the Merryweather convoy. The bridge is a nice, tidy place to get it done. Not many places they can go, but plenty of options for you. You can station people at vantage points, block the road, and wait for them to roll into the trap. You can try to take out all the drivers at once. You can concentrate really hard and try to make the truck levitate with your minds. This is San Andreas, after all. Whatever you think will work, but get the truck and don't let anyone follow it. You're bringing it to Paige and Grapeseed so she can dig out the thermal charges. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. Try not to blow them up. Do not damage that truck at all, okay? I'll be in touch when there's a target about a click out from the bridge.
got them? Looking good. I'll ditch the truck, you hold on to those.
gossip? No, I won't tell her you're working late again tonight. Because I'm not sure helping you philander is really within the purview of my job.
Lassie.
This shit is fire. Oh, shit.
Yeah, what's up? Well, I didn't take it. I haven't been over in weeks. We broke up, remember? Whatever.
It's normal to spy on your girlfriend. I am not carrying. I put a tracking device on her car. I am not carrying.
They're not really known for their love of sports bikes, I know, but the Lost Motorcycle Club has the ones you're after at their East LS clubhouse. Not the choppers. The choppers will be fast enough to get you away from the cops.
Hey man, what's shaking? We gonna need some world-class bitches for Morgan Chester tonight.
Hey, what's going on?
Listen, pal, it's a bloody glove box, right? How long could it possibly take to fix it? Sort it out, all right? Please. Fantastic. Call me as soon as it's done.
Hello? Flap which strings around. If you're gonna be doing rock, then most people use round wound. Twang cuts through the cymbals and guitar noise better.
Okay. So, are you ready? This should be pretty easy. I've kept it simple since you all seem pretty simple. In a good way. In a good straight ahead, low IQ kind of. Oh no, that's too.
Alright, here we go. The one we've all been waiting for. Alright, put your masks on when you get in the bank. Then crowd control. You're on, well, crowd control. You get in their faces. Shout at them. Shoot near them if you have to. Just try not to kill them. Mind you, that would be cool. Demolitions, hacker. Your first job's to subdue the guards. Again, try and do it without killing them. When that's done, go downstairs and hit the vault. I'm giving you special carbines with suppressors. Use them wisely. Like I said, this is a big deal, people. Don't fuck it up. Go! We need crowd control managing hostages. Demolitions and hacker putting down guards. Again, try not to kill the hostages. If this goes to shit, we'll need collateral.
Everyone play nice! I'm reading you loud and clear. I can't die yet!
The guards are down? Okay, demolitions blow the first gate. Charges are on a timer. Keep that in mind. Stay in control. If they think you're weak, they might try something. Remember, the gates you're going through are a special alloy. Only the thermal charges you got from the convoy will work on them. Demolitions through the first gate. Crowd control, get behind there and get your guns in the tellers. Now, there's a second gate that'll get you access to the lower level. Blow it.
You're gonna pay for this.
Let the hostages know what happens to heroes, yeah? This ain't the movies.
Damn it! This is messed up!
Repackage that other crew's hardware. Plug it into the access panel and get into the bank network. If you don't control the crowd or you have to pop someone, this thing's gonna get a whole lot more difficult. Click My Computer and access the external device. The program will expose each character of the password as it tries different encryptions. That's it. The vault door is opening. Regroup back on the main floor.
You don't need hostages.
I need you to stay together. Come out of the bank, take a left down Vinewood Boulevard, and duck down the alley to the right. Keep going down the alley. Go, 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 go! Now, further down the hill, take a right. I need you to stay together. Come out of the bank, take a left down Vinewood Boulevard, and duck down the alley to the right. Keep going down the alley. Come on, move! going down the alley. Come on, move! Now, further down the hill, take a right. All right, now you're going across the road to the next alley. Move and fire! Move and fire! Don't let them corner you! Now, make a play for the bikes. They're up ahead. I need you to stay together. Come out of the bank, take a left down Vinewood Boulevard, and duck down the alley to the right. Keep going down the alley. Go, 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 go! Now, further down the hill, take a right. I need you to stay together. Come out of the bank, take a left down Vinewood Boulevard, and duck down the alley to the right. Keep going down the alley. Come on, move! I need you to stay together. Come out of the bank, take a left down Vinewood Boulevard, and duck down the alley to the right. Keep going down the alley. Go, 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 go! Now, further down the hill, take a right. You don't want to get surrounded. Move, move! All right, now you're going across the road to the next alley. Now, make a play for the bikes. They're
Oh!
stashed up behind that apartment building. We left some bodies
Come on.
if you need it. Grab and go, people. Grab and go.
obsolete aircraft. The FAA said it appreciates President Trump's executive orders prioritizing the safety and security of our national airspace, but celebrating American innovation in drones, electric vehicle takeoff and landing, and supersonic technology. It will review the executive orders and determine how best. Well, if you're lucky, you were introduced to books by Louise Sendak as a child. Children's author is best known for Where the Wild Thing. Are. More than 100 original pieces by Sendak and other items are being sold at auction this month. His books have sold more than 50 million copies worldwide. The sales curator says that's because his work treated children differently.
I think his main claim to fame is that he
that. Thank you, Avi Schwartzman. Forest, around the hills toward the canyon. Okay, now this next bit's gonna sound crazy, but crazy's often what gets you out of trouble. You're coming up to a rickety old bridge. Cross it, aim for the cliff, and drive right off. Then pull your parachute and get in the boat we've left for you in the river. That's your way out. Come to think of it, Kurz boost just before you jump might be the best way to get away from the cliff. Soon as you're airborne, ditch your bikes and start gliding. That's easy, right? Coming from a guy who walks with a cane.
Got some cool stuff here for you. So what you looking for? Always gotta have a mag of that. Lamar always been a goofy motherfucker for real. Stay strapped.
Got some extra chips in your pocket or on your shoulder? Indulge yourself at the casino store, where the latest fashions are available.
Oh well.
Welcome. Welcome back.
Okay, I'm going to bed. I am tired. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all. I don't know. Tomorrow or Sunday, I don't remember. But one of them. But until then, y'all have a great night. Sleep tight. And I will see y'all soon. Good night.